Facebook on. Hi everybody.
Hi. So I'm back, and if you didn't know where I've been, because I didn't splash it all over Facebook, so I've been off for a couple of months, recovering from surgery, and I was off last year for a bit. But I am getting there, and I'm back at work, so I'm really excited to be back, which is really nice. Do we tell them the news?
Yeah, if you want. Don't know what the news is, so I'm about to find out as well.
That we've moved.
Oh, that news. Okay, yeah. Well, quite a few people know already, but yeah.
So yeah, we've moved the business, which has been really, really challenging, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not all sorted, but we are getting there. So if you are placing orders, please just bear with us, okay? Because Ella's off on holiday as well. I know. Yes.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, we are missing her. But, you know, it just happened later than we expected. So anyway, so we are moving in. It's looking almost sorted-ish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting to orders tomorrow?
No, she started today.
Oh, she started today. That's good. Okay. And then we are off to Manchester tomorrow. So I'm really excited. It's our first Dirty Weekend, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a workshop weekend. It's our first one in Manchester for the year, and really excited to see everybody there again, and some regulars and some new people. So that's going to be really, really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that, which will be good. That'll be fantastic. We're going off tomorrow, aren't we, to set up and everything, and we'll be doing that Saturday and Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you there. If you haven't heard of our Dirty Weekends before, we travel around the country doing some fantastic mixed media workshops. This year we are doing lots of lovely techniques in a beautiful little book that we're making. And where are we going? So let me remember. So we are going from Edinburgh, Manchester, Exeter, Maidstone, brand new one in Portsmouth. Where else?
Leeds.
Oh yes, Leeds, of course. Edinburgh, Maidstone.
Exeter.
Yeah, said all of those. That's great. And we also do a 3-day retreat in Retford. And we've just had one last weekend, which was brilliant. We have one in June and one in September. And we've also got some guest appearances as well from some fantastic artists. We had Andy Skinner the other week, which was amazing. He's coming back later on in the year. We will have dates to announce soon. We have got Leonie Pujol coming, our fantastic Leonie, doing an amazing one there. Please.
That's actually in 1 month.
Oh gosh, yeah, 3rd of May already. So get on that if you can. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And we've got Finbar coming as well. And there's going to be lots more artists joining our range of teachers. So loads happening this year, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank our design team and Mike Deakin for helping out whilst I was off. They've done an amazing job. I'm really, really grateful. And I love you all so much for all the beautiful work that you have produced, and looking after everything whilst I've been off. And they haven't disappointed, because this mixed media box kit is amazing. The work they've done for that is truly beautiful. And I'm just, yeah, blown away. I only actually saw because it was packed, I only actually saw the samples yesterday, and I was like amazed. They were just, well, I shouldn't be amazed, because they're amazing people and they do incredible work. They're amazing artists, and the work is just beautiful. So I can't wait to show you that. So that brings us to our mixed media box kit number
7.
Is it 7? Which is gorgeous. So shall we do an opening?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to do the thing where, you know, you tell them how much it is and they can order and stuff like that? You do that while I get over here.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
So the box is, as you'll see in a minute, has got loads of stuff in it. It's basically got over £40 worth of value in the box, including some exclusive bits. So it's got an exclusive 8x5 stencil and also two brand new exclusive
don't tell them what's in it.
paint colours, and the cost is £25, and you can get it by going to our website, going into the shop and clicking on latest releases, and it's the only product in there. So I'll let Kay show you what's in the box.
Ta-da! So we have SteamTime. This is, well, I'm going to come back to this actually, because this is loads of inspiration, everything that you get in there. So I'll come back to that. So this is an A4 sort of mini magazine. You get a giant tag, and you also get these, which are the paper enforcers, thank you, that go in there. Now this is an amazing kit. So this is a fantastic clock kit, which I'm going to show you how we're going to use this. Look at all these embellishments you get. So huge amount of embellishments. That's over A4, isn't it? That's bigger than A4.
Yeah.
So there's all of that as well. You also get a mechanism and hands. You've got a beautiful, look at this stencil. I adore this stencil. This is just really up my street. Absolutely gorgeous. Those have just come out of that. We've got two brand new paint colours. So we are launching Mushroom Whisper and Storm Cloud, and these are just beautiful, beautiful colours. So they're really absolutely gorgeous. We've got a sample pot of gesso in black. We've got a sample pot of super thick Slap It On as well. These are full size, okay? All of our paints are really highly concentrated, so that's why you get a 20mm in these, and these are a flat matte color as well. So this is what you get in there. Loads, and I can't believe that's 25 quid. That's amazing. And you get the tag, but this is superb. Alfie, darling. So inside you will find everything that, it's a letter basically, and you'll find everything in your box kit, okay? And it's sort of like an introduction to us, how excited we are to bring you this. Also, you've got this down at the bottom is really important. You're getting a discount code off your next order, okay? That's really important. Then on here we have got a QR code. Now normally I would do a video, but Mike Deakin, what an angel, has stepped up to the mark and done a how-to step-by-step video for you doing this project. And in order to watch that, which is included, this lesson is included in your box kit, okay? You just scan that QR code and that will take you through to his video. And let me show you the project that he has made. Isn't this amazing? Let me bring this down a wee bit for you. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So this is absolutely beautiful. I just love the texture that is created on it with the paints and the Slap It On and everything. The way he's put it all together, it just looks awesome. And of course you get the mechanism as well, which I'm going to show you how to do. So that is Mike Deakin's beautiful video lesson that you're getting included in your box. And then we've got some step-by-steps as well. So this is Carolyn Lakin's, which is just awesome. Look at this. And I love the way this actually hangs free. So when you hang that on the wall, that's going to just hang loose, which I just really love. Again, some really interesting techniques that she's used on this, and it's all in the step-by-steps in your project book as well. So this is just beautiful. I love that lovely rust effect. So that's Carolyn's. Then we go to Jane's. So let me get Jane's out. Here we go. So this is Jane's. So she's actually created a really nice notepad and pen holder for, you can put a magnet on the back, put it on your fridge, which is probably what I would do with this, next to in your kitchen for all of those little messages for family, or in your craft room for all of the lovely things that you want to, projects that you want to do, things that you need to buy, shopping list and all that. And again, that is all in your step-by-steps, 2 pages worth of step-by-steps on there as well. So you've got that. And then next we have Karen Waterworth. So I haven't put the mechanism in yet because I wanted to show you. So hers is really, really clever. Again, step by steps. Let me put that to one side. And she's actually designed this so that it slides out so that we can put the mechanism in, and also you can change the time as well. How clever is that? Okay, so let me just put that to one side for a minute, and then let me get the mechanism out, which is in your kit. All right, so your mechanism is this digital back. You need to supply 1 AA battery. We don't supply that. That's the only thing we don't supply. We've got 1 rubber washer, 1 metal washer, 1 nut, and then you have 3, where is it? There it is, 3 hands. Okay, so the way we put this together, we put the rubber washer on first, okay, like that, and then that goes into the hole of your clock there. All right, and that hook, if you weren't actually putting it in into here, you could actually hang it up, okay, but we're not doing that. So then you need the brass washer and then the nut. Okay, so the nut is really easy just to, I mean, I've got funny fingers, but just to hand tighten. Okay, just, there we go. And that's enough. You don't need any tools or anything like that to do that. Now the hands, okay, you will notice that you have a large hole here, a medium hole here, and a teensy wincy little hole there. Okay, you can see. And also, if you feel, you can see that that has actually got a little ridge on. That has got a little ridge on. There it is. Okay, I'm going to come down even further. Whoops, sorry. Well, I've just come down as far as possible. Oh, that's it, actually. I thought it came a bit further. No, doesn't want to. Okay. So you can see that has got a little ridge, that's got a little ridge, and that's got a big ridge. All right. So this one goes on first. So the way I do it is I hold the end, offer it up, and you can see that this is stepped as well. So the big one goes on that one, the middle one goes on that, and the tiny one goes on that. It's easy to see. Okay, so I'll do it like that, and then you can see. So I offer that up, and then I gently just push that down. There we go. Don't push on the end there, otherwise you'll bend it. Just push on that until it's nice and firm. Okay, and then you can put this one on. So again, let me just hold that up, and you can see that the raised bit goes on first. So again, offer it up and then just press in the middle there. Okay, and that's it. It doesn't click, nothing like that. It just, you can feel that it holds it firm. It's not wibbly wobbly, it's not falling off. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one, there is a tiny little metal pin there, and that goes into this here. And again, you just offer that up and you press that in. Okay, now once they're in, don't go pulling them out because that mechanism runs this. So then let's get this all back up to 12. That's good, like that. And then this wheel here moves the hands until you've got the right time. Okay, it can go back and forward whichever way you want to go. So let's just go for 1 o'clock, and then you put the battery in, and then away it goes. I don't think I remember to bring a battery in. Let me know. I've got this. It's an old one. I don't know whether it's actually going to work, but I will try. I will try it. Oh, that's a AAA, not a double A. Oh, forget that. There we go. All right, so that's your hands in, and then it just slides in to this here, which is just so clever the way she's actually designed it. I think it's really, really lovely. So that's Karen Waterworth's project. Fantastic. And then we still have more. So we also have Kath Carter's as well. So Kath has actually used some rice paper on the back. This rice paper is available on our website as well. We've just had a delivery, so it is available. And she's actually added further embellishments, and again, just a different take on it. I just think it's fantastic as well. Oh, is there one? Have I missed one out? Let me just have a check. No, I have done them all. We've just got an extra project here from Carolyn. Oh no, we've got an extra one from Kath. Oh, Kath, thank you. Look at that. She's done an extra project, which is the giant tag, which is gorgeous. So you have that as well. So amazing inspiration there for you from all of the design team. You can see what I mean about it being incredible, can't you? So could I have the kit back, please, Alfie? Because I'll need that. That. And if I could ask you to carefully wrap those back up again, that would be excellent. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to just show you how to do a clock very quickly, or a basic clock anyway. So we have these two main pieces, and then we've got all of these as well, which just pop out nice and easily. So they've just got little tabs on, and you just push them out. There we go. There's absolutely loads, isn't there? Every last piece is really utilised, which is fantastic. And this is made out of Medite. So Medite is a type of MDF, medium fibre, density fibreboard. But this is a much greener alternative to what you would normally see in your, DIY store. So this is Carb 2 compliant. It's up to European green standards, so it's a lot kinder to the environment and to us. So you've got all these nuts and bolts. We've got all these cogs as well. Oops, where are you going? And then we've got a key, and then we've got all of the. Now I'm only going to be using, where's 12? There we go. I'm just going to be using 12, 6, 3, and 9. Okay, so we've still got more on there. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my stencil out, which is just gorgeous, and I slap it on. So to open this, there's a little tab on there. You need to just pull it downwards like that, and it just comes off. All right. And then we have our super thick slap-it-on. So this is actually going to go on there. So really, if anything, I only want to do a little bit of stenciling around here and some on there as well. So that's where I'm going to go with that. I will actually just pop out some of these. There we go. So I think I will do this bit first because I really, really like. Let's do the whole of that, shall we? So I always like to take quite a good chunk, and let's do, should we do that like that? Yeah. Now you can tape it down, but I'm a little bit lazy like that, and I'll just go for it. And it doesn't matter that for me if it's not all covered, because I'm quite happy with it looking a little bit more distressed. So that's good for me. And let me just put that to one side whilst we bring this one in. Now this one you can have the cogs going any which way, vertically, horizontally, at an angle. I've actually done mine at an angle like this. And so let's have this going around here. So I'm just going to do a swipe around there, which is good, and let's just do a swipe around here. And again, I'm not worried that it's not going to cover the whole area. Perfect. Alfie, can I just give you this? And there's a tub of water there. Lovely. Sorry, just making a mess. Right, so you can now glue this onto the base here, and you can use some of the slap-it-on, because the slap-it-on actually is not just a texture paste. It is smooth, as you can see, it's a gel, but it's also a really, really strong glue as well. So just make sure you line up that hole really well. And what you want to do is make sure that you haven't got a lot of gap between the two. They need to sit snug on each other, because the mechanism for the clock is only a certain depth, and we have measured it so that it fits beautifully. Okay, so then it's a case of just getting some of your cogs and building up what you want it to look like. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get my numbers, and I'm going to put those on first. Okay. So I'm just going to pop these out. There we go. So number 3 is going to go there. We've got 12 there. We've got 6. Be careful, because if it's the other way round, then that's 5, isn't it? Yeah, 5. And then this way round, it's 6. Mm-hmm. And it's the same with this one. Just make sure that that is 9, but the other way around, that's 11. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now you can stick it all down with your super thick slap-it-on, or if you've got grab and go, you can use that as well. I actually have also put some grab and go in one of these little, what do we call these on the website now, Alfie? Metal tipped bottles.
Let me just check. Fine steel nib bottles.
There you go, fine steel nibbed bottles. So I find these really good for little fiddly bits like this. So I'm putting my numbers on first. Some people have actually decorated first and then they've lifted the numbers up, which looks really cool as well. So there we go. So you have got enough numbers to go all the way around the outside there. And I have actually used these little nuts to represent sort of the other numbers. So we've got one there. Oh no, I've put it there. That's round about there and there, I think. And then 2 more knots. Let's have a look here. Let's put that one about there. And then this one. And then what I tend to do is I tend to lay things out first. I'll sort of think, okay, where do I want this? Let's maybe put that there. Oh, I quite like that in the middle. I think I might leave that. That fits nicely there. Or maybe let's put that under there and that one on top. That one looks cool. We could have this one coming off there, and maybe let's just get rid of these. Like that. Just be careful that you're not going to get in the way of your hands as well. All right, so that's important. It will stick up a little bit, but you don't want it to get in the way of those. So it'll be about here. So that's okay if you have a couple of layers. Right, and then just carry on until you're quite happy with everything. And I would always say, take pictures. Take a picture with your phone, and that way you can remember where you've put everything, because that's always the case. You get the perfect look to what you're doing and the perfect arrangement, and then you actually forget where things have gone. And the lovely thing about these is that you can actually extend it out like this. Maybe put a big one there and one on top like that, and make it even bigger. Let's have one underneath there like this. Let me just move that up a bit. So you can extend it, because there's absolutely loads and loads of cogs. So we've got loads there to play with. And then you want to leave that to dry, and you'll know it's dry when the slap-it-on is translucent, so it's see-through. I actually left mine overnight. I stuck it all down and then I went to bed. And then the next morning I got up and I actually covered the whole thing in black gesso. So you've got your black gesso in your kit as well. And I use just quite a fairly good brush to get into all the little nooks and crannies as well. So let me just pop that over to the side and bring in this one. So you can see now I've got some texture on there, I've put some nuts on here, and I've extended these out further. And I do like that sort of diagonal there that you get with it. So on to some painting. So I really love these colours, and we've got more coming out later on in the year that will actually match these beautifully. So I'm going to start with a little bit of storm cloud. I'm going to use a stiff brush just so that I can just get a dry brush. Let's just get a tiny weeny bit. Just start off with a tiny bit. This is like a grain of rice. Okay, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my brush, and then I'm just going to hold my brush vertically and go over the top like that, and it just picks up all of that lovely texture. And then I can just pick up a little bit more, and then let's do those at the back. And I love the fact that obviously this is going to cover up over the black because you get good coverage with these paints. But you can see it just builds up really softly. Such a lovely, lovely colour. It's a real sort of it's like an, I was going to say like an Air Force blue, but it's not, because it's it is that grey, but it's definitely a lovely blue grey. So again, let's just go over these, and you can see what a lovely effect that gives you. And you can just build that up as much or as little as you want. I'm just going to leave it there for the time being. Just put a little bit more on some of these areas because I want to bring in other colours. All right, okay, so that is your storm cloud. So I'm going to bring in Mushroom Whisper. That is so full. And again, I just want the tiniest amount of that. In fact, I'll just use what's on there. Now, I've not cleaned my brush because I want my brush to remain dry. So it's not been near water, this brush, at all. And I'm just going to take a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to go over just a few areas, not all over the whole thing, because I don't want the colours to mix. I want to get a different sort of texture to this, or a visual texture. So I'm just using this in just a few areas. Okay, let's get a tiny bit more. That's quite a lot. There. I'm just working it into the brush, and then I'm just going to come in and just this time I'm more or less going in the background. Can you see? Just creating more of a dusty background there. That's lovely. Now I'm going to come back to that, but I want to add a little bit more just around here, around some of these cogs. There we go, just a little bit. Okay, that's good. I'll come back to that. Now, this is going to work really, really well with your existing paints as well. So when I'm doing steampunky type stuff, I love a little hint of townhouse teal. I just think it works so well. It is also going to work really well with these two paints, because this is such a lovely cloud. Storm cloud is such a blue grey. So I'm just going to put a tiny weeny bit on there. I'm going to work that into my brush, and this time I just want to highlight just a tiny bit. So it might be that I'm just going to dab this on here and there. And this is a flat matte colour as well. So if you're using a stencil brush, then you're going to get a really nice effect. I also like using these sponges. These give a really lovely texture to them. And I'm going to use that next. So for this flat area here, I want to just pick up just a little bit of the townhouse teal onto my sponge. And yeah, it is mixing in with a bit of that storm cloud, but that's fine. And these artist sponge, these yellow sponges are perfect. I wash them out as well. You can see how stained they are, but I wash them out straight away and then I can reuse them. So for this, I want to just do a little bit here and there, just around the edges. But look at the texture you get with this sponge, which is really lovely. Just going to go back in with a bit more mushroom because that's a little bit heavy on that bit there. So I'm just going to soften that down a wee bit. Look at that mushroom there. Oh, doesn't that look good? That's lovely. And then let's carry on with a little bit of townhouse teal. So can you see I'm not covering the whole area? I'm just doing odd little bits there. Just catching the edges of that. So again, not going over the whole area, just highlighting odd little bits here and there. Right, okay, stop, Kate, stop before you go overboard. Okay, and again, it's all really, really dry, but just to be on the safe side, dry in between your layers. If you feel as though it is slightly wet, because you don't want to mix the colours. We're trying to get a differentiation between the colours. So I'm going to go for 22 karat gold, which is such a favourite. Remember to stir your paints as well before you start, because depending on the colour, some of them need a good stir beforehand, especially like metallics, they do. Okay, so let's just put a little bit there of my palette, and let's use a clean sponge. And again, let's have this. So this is such a beautiful colour, just to again give me some highlight. So can you see a little bit of warmth? It's just beautiful. And again, with it being on the sponge, you're going to get a nice texture to it. So I'm avoiding all the areas that I did with the townhouse teal, and I'm coming in all the opposite areas, as it were. So I'm going to squeeze my sponge together and just get in some of all the little nooks and crannies. But the beauty of you starting off with a black gesso is that you've got that depth in the background already, you know, rather than a white gesso. Because a lot of people, you know, reach for a white gesso automatically, whereas if you want this sort of effect, a darker...
Just remind me what colour that was.
This is 22 karat gold.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just going to touch some of the edges of these nuts, but on the opposite side to where I was with the townhouse teal. And on top of that mushroom, that lovely mushroom whisper, that looks fantastic. That works so well.
So just had a comment on YouTube. Do you recommend seal before painting?
Yes, definitely. So I seal it with the black gesso that's in your kit. So you've got a sample pot of black gesso. So actually seal that. That will actually seal it all in before you paint, most definitely, because then your paint is not soaking into the MDF. It's sitting on top. You get a much better professional finish to it. You can actually see your paint colours much better. And also when you're working with MDF, you actually do need to seal it anyway, because if you heat it, you know, like when we're drying it, it can give off fumes if you haven't sealed it first. So yeah, seal it with the black gesso that's in your kit.
And Maz has asked, have you moved into your new premises?
We have. I mean, I'm still here in my studio, which is the cabin in the garden, but we are, well, we've still got a few bits and pieces, haven't we, to move. I say a few bits and pieces, but it's like major furniture. We need a van. So yeah, we are, but we're getting there, because I've been working in sorting out cabin 2, which is all the dispatch. So that's all sorted. So Morella's actually starting to work on orders today. And cabin 1 is up and running already, because Alfie's been cutting stuff for our class this weekend. So the laser cutters and all the machines, the rubber machines, the stamp machines are all up and running. So you've done an amazing job, Alfie. See, I haven't been able to help move anything. I've just done all the nice titivating stuff, which is, you know, putting things in alphabetical order in little in little trays. What are those trays called, Alfie? Those that we've got to put all our colours in. But it looks really pretty. I'll do a video actually and share it with you next week. And our friends, Mike and Ian, they moved as well. So it's been all go, and they've moved into Retford, which is fantastic. So now we're neighbours, which is just brilliant. Right, so I'm going to stop there, but you can actually carry on doing whatever you want with this. You can add a little bit of metallic to this, a little bit different colours, but I'm loving the way this is going already. And then just put your clock fitting in, just as I explained earlier when I showed you Karen's, and away you go. It's a fantastic box, an amazing price as always. I mean, 25 quid for everything that you've got is superb. And again, thank you to all the design team who created such an amazing booklet as well. So there's loads of information and step by step. So you're getting all of that included, as well as our lovely Mike Deakin's video as well. So brilliant. And remember, there is a discount code for the next time you come onto our Indigo Blue website. Is there anything else?
No,
No more
that's
questions?
all good.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And it is so nice to be back in front of the camera for you. And yeah, we're back. I've already done an art German course, and we've got VIPs next week. So if you're interested in any of those, just have a look on our website under events. And is there a separate tab for VIPs? I think there is, isn't there?
If you're a VIP, then there's an extra tab on the top of the menu.
Mm-hmm. But how do you become a VIP?
There's a become a VIP.
Oh, there you go.
On the home page, there's a little button just underneath all the menu things, which is become a VIP. Just click on that; gives you all the information.
Okay, lovely to see everyone. Thank you very much for all of your wishes, good wishes, and everything. And the people who sent me cards who did know I was off, thank you so much. I really appreciated that. And thank you again to our amazing design team. Love you guys so much. You've done an amazing job. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Yep. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.